What I remember is that a record 2.5 lakh farmers have committed suicide in India in the last 13 years since 2011. And Vinod Sharma, what I remember, I want to know whether you can rebut on that, is that the president's home state of Maharashtra tops the list. It has the worst record for the 10th consecutive year. 17,000 farmers committed suicide in the year when Pratibha Patil was flying around the world in a 747-400. I want to know why. Why don't we have a sense of conscience if David Cameron has?
Arnab, first of all...
very sad.
First of all, let me... I normally don't disagree with my friend Suhel. But today, he's really talking like a socialist. I quite like it, this transformation, I think the poor people of this country are taunted, not as much by the president taking the big plane abroad, but by the big cars that are there on the roads. And I'm told that some of my dear friends who have lately turned socialists have also bought big cars, And these are the cars which are occupying the extra space and consuming the extra subsidized fuel on the roads of Delhi and elsewhere.
But
I think that we are debating this from the wrong end. If you really want this country to be a country which symbolizes austerity, which is willing to cut its expenses, then I think that we have to involve all of us and not just the President of India. And I have heard this before. I remember when Chandrasekhar was to go abroad for treatment, and Dr. Swamy, you would bear me out on this. There were big questions about Chandrasekhar being, so much of money being spent on Mr. Chandrasekhar for treatment abroad. What the heck? You see, I would not like the former Prime Minister of this country to be dying without treatment.
Why does austerity?
There is disparity in this country. We have enough money in this country to protect and project the symbols of our state.
One second. 209 farmers committed. I will keep throwing these statistics and I want an answer why. 209 farmers committed suicide in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra in 2011. 275 died in 2010. Why does austerity not extend to the President of India? Why does
nothing whatsoever
why does austerity not extend to the President of India?
If the farmers are committing suicide,
why does austerity not extend to the President of India?
Arnab, we woke up. We in the media. Arnab,
why?
Let's do some introspection.
Sure.
We in the media woke up to the suicide of farmers when the shocking figures were announced on the floor of the House by the Agriculture Minister of the day.
So we woken up
then
now.
The media did not take note of it because it did not quite interest the high-end readers or viewers of our channels or our newspapers. I'm sorry.
One second.
We must take care of our leaders, but we must do it within our means. I quite agree that the delegations could be smaller. I quite agree that the money spent could be less. But to put a moratorium on what number of trips you would undertake, whoever the president is.
No. One second. The basic argument was not the number of trips.
The country is run.
Question is not the number of trips. Question is how
it's an incorrect argument.
Subramanian Swamy.
Yeah. You see, if your point is that the president's trips is a indicator of a general malaise, that would be a worthwhile subject to discuss. In fact, I know one person in this government who holds a cabinet rank and has made 84 trips in the last 5 years, and all on by hiring private jets to leave this country. And there's, if you ask for an RTI reply, you won't get it. You got it for the president, but you won't get it for that person. So you have to look at it in the overall context. This culture has become like that. And I don't think we should really single out the president for this. We need ourselves to work out a modality of how everybody would function within a certain framework and not only single out the president.
No, is it time to trim the presidency or not? Is it time to trim the presidency or not? That's the question today.
No, I think people have also suggested that we must do away with the Rajya Sabha.
Yes.
Where somebody like Dr. Swamy, who may not today be able to get elected
I am asking,
can find a place,
Vinod Sharma, you're deflecting.
To the debate.
You speak for yourself. You speak for yourself.
You're deflecting. You're deflecting, Vinod Sharma.
You are bound to say I'm not going to.
Vinod Sharma, you're deflecting the subject. The question is today, should we trim the presidency?
I have a quarrel. I have a quarrel to pick with Vinod's logic, and let me just explain it. And this time, I must also for the first time disagree with my friend Vinod. The logic is fairly simple. He begrudges people with big cars, and I know that that's also a hint towards me, which is fine. But I pay my taxes under the Indian legal system. I don't fiddle, I don't do deals, I don't earn black money. I'm paying my taxes, I'm a private citizen. In public life, you have to set an example. I'm not therefore saying, and I agree with Subramanian Swamy, that why single out the president, but the president is the head of state. She is definitely the badge of honor. We respect her, we respect more than her, we respect the office. When that office takes a step of austerity, it will send out an amazing signal.
No, why did we buy...
So the people in Rashtrapati Bhavan who are busy penning press statements should actually reflect on what Times Now is doing.
No, I think
and say that President Patil, in consonance with the Indian will, believes this.
No, according to my information...
What's the point of being squeamish
according to my information, we bought four 14-seater Embraer 135s. We have 3 customized 46-seater Boeing business jets.
It's too small, Arnab. A 14-seater is too small because only the butlers and the chefs can travel.
Too small,
what about the gardener? What about the hairdresser?
Yeah, if they are too small, specific. Why did we spend
you have to be sympathetic.
No, if they are too small, they cost 140 crores a piece. I don't know. I want to know why the President of India and the Prime Minister of India and the rest of our VVIP entourage cannot start using those jets. Maybe it will set a right precedent. It's going to move as fast.
Small.
Question.
Those
Lord Meghnad Desai.
Small. We're a large
what's
country.
What's wrong with that? Lord Desai, what's wrong with that? Let's use a smaller plane. Let's move with the times.
Well, you know, I presume that somebody has thought about the fact that when the Prime Minister or the President travels, staff travels with them. Now, you know, I think you should compare Indian President with presidents of similar countries and find out whether this is more extravagant than other people. You know, find out whether the previous presidents traveled with more staff or less staff. You know, find out how much prices have risen since the last president traveled. You know, I mean, you know, and don't have this completely non sequitur arguments about farmers committing suicide. Then you can go on about children being malnourished.
Why does that not apply to India, sir? Why should it not apply to India?
Hang on, listen to me. Every MP costs 4 crores of rupees per year.
So?
Right? Every MP.
So,
not counting the cost of Lathian's house, opportunity cost of Lathian's house. So we have, in India, we have decided to have
today's day and age,
political system which costs money.
This question goes to the viewers tonight.
Hypocrisy to think that you're going to have everybody in bullock carts.
Well, this
you're not going to have people in bullock carts.
I want to know whether if you... I have a simple question.
Parliamentarians travel more. You know, the delegations of parliamentarians keep on travelling, crisscrossing the world, and one doesn't even know what happens to the reports they come back and file, or whether at all they file any reports.
I want to ask
I think that you are just picking on the president.
No. My question is simple. Question goes to the viewers tonight, also to all our panelists.
I want to ask a truth or dare question on your show.
Suhel Seth.
I want to ask Vinod Sharma if he has ever travelled with the President or the Prime Minister.
No, with the Prime Minister performs many more functions. The question,
only once.
No.
With the President, only once with the President, Shankar Dayal Sharma, and with Prime Minister, maybe about 3, 4 or 5 times.
This question is not about how many times Vinod Sharma
as a working journalist. I got transported from one room to another, and I worked my way through and came back. Didn't go any sightseeing. Question
is tonight, can the Rashtrapati Bhavan please tell us that if they carry 99 people along with the President, how a trip to Spain will become more successful if there are 99 people on board? And if you travel by a 747
because 99 people will spread out in Barcelona.
If you take 20 people and fly on
99 people will spread out in Madrid and spread the India story. You have to understand.
That's the irony of the situation.
99 people will filter through Spain and tell the world that India is a great story.
And by the way,
that's how it happens.
By the way,
if they had a bigger plane, they would have taken 300 people, including 3 cameramen from Times Now, to be photographic officers.
To be fair, as you know, and since you brought Times Now in, since everyone likes to bring Times Now in, Times Now has never been on a presidential trip. You can put an RTI record on that. The question is, because the day it becomes newsworthy, maybe it will be, but right now it isn't. Now the question is this. Question was put by Vinod Sharma. He was checking general knowledge. I think the question is, in Poland, when they went to Poland with 99 people or 95 people on board, 2 agreements in the fields of medicine and tourism were signed. And in Spain, we said that we are keen to get food processing technology.
We signed an agreement on tourism with Poland.
Yes, and we sought Spanish assistance in building wind power in India. This is as far as Spain and Poland were concerned. Now we need to assess. We need to assess whether you need to fly with 99 people on a 747-400 to achieve that. Subramanian Swamy, does that add any credence to the question being put tonight?
Well, I think in our country we have this problem. When we have weddings, we have all kinds of people turning up, and you have to look after them. This is a bad habit we have culturally. I think it's time we get to a place where we learn to trim. This requires a cultural change. I don't think by singling out the president.
But this debate is very interesting.
And also, there should be a ban on weddings that are spread over 7 or 8 or 10 days.
Sure.
And you know how ostentatious those weddings are.
Sure.
My friend Suhel Seth can tell you, because he's attended quite a few of them. You know.
I'll tell you one thing.
Question to viewers tonight. The debate ends here. Last 30 seconds of the debate. The question to viewers tonight is...
I never attend weddings. I only attend funerals.
The question to viewers tonight is, should the presidency of, should the Rashtrapati Bhavan go through a trimming exercise or not? Is there something terribly wrong in asking the President of India to buy in a luxury jet that we financed and not go on a 747-400 with 100 people? That's the question tonight. Like to hear from you and like to...
No, in that case, why not have him, why not have the president live in a smaller house? No. Why this big Rashtrapati Bhavan? Mahatma Gandhi wanted it to be made into a hospital.
Question.
Why not give Teen Murti House, requisition Teen Murti House and make it Rashtrapati Bhavan?
It's a legitimate...
And I think that all these MPs and ministers should move into high-rise buildings, about studio apartments, I think.
This is India.
You bring so much of pride and honor to India. And also, I can be accused of being ostentatious, Arnab, that I watch Times Now every night, while 80% of the country, there is no electricity, they can't watch any television channel.
I'm glad you watch Times Now.
I think there's a limit to
the question tonight is, Vinod Sharma, question tonight is, should the presidency be trimmed? I'd like to hear from you on that. Thank you very much for joining me on this edition of the News Hour tonight. Where do we start austerity? Where do we end it? Like to hear a detailed response from Rashtrapati Bhavan to that one. Thank you for watching the News Hour tonight. Back with a big story tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.